Ghana's Black Queens sealed a 4-1 victory over Tanzania in the final Group C match at the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, securing a spot in the quarterfinals. Princella Adubea opened scoring early, but Tanzania equalized through Stumai at Athumani before halftime. Now, in the second half, Ghana dominated with Alice Kusi converting a penalty and further goals from Evelyn, Badu and Chantelle. Boye-Hlorkah sealing the win. Now, the result lifted Ghana to second in the group with 4 points behind leaders South Africa. The win capped a determined comeback after earlier setbacks and keeping Ghana's WAFCON title hopes alive. Now, joining us to talk about this important feat from the Black Queens of Ghana is a journalist in Ghana who works for Joy Sports. Lawrence Baidoo joins us this afternoon. Lawrence, good afternoon to you. That smile is a smile of, I told you, Charlie, we're going to get to the quarterfinals.
Oh, yeah, you did. I remember after the friendly against Nigeria, then the vibe we had where you're trying to banter me a bit. But here we are all through to the quarterfinals of the competition.
All right. How important is this win for Ghana? Knowing fully where they started the tournament, not so well, having some poor results, but they were able to get their first win of the tournament, especially with what we saw in the second half. What changed after the break?
I think after the first two games, there was a need for the girls to take things into their own hands, which they did against Tanzania. We look at the starting lineup, and there were 3 changes to what we had seen in the previous game. So that was the match that the coach had effected since the start of the competition. I think that played a key role in they getting this result. And you want to also talk about the change in formation because they had started the opening games more with a 3-back if you look at it. But yesterday, it was a routine 4-3-3 or 4-3-2-1, if you want to put it that way, which worked perfectly for him. I think what also did the magic has to do with the girls receiving their allowances that were owed them. It brings a bit of motivation, morale booster, which went their way and then went also in the way of the whole team in order to get the results that they did against Tanzania.
All right, Lawrence, here. I mean, given their earlier setbacks, and I mean not just at the start of the tournament, but also pre-tournament, what does this comeback victory say about the resilience of the Black Queens?
Look, we've known the team to be slow starters at competitions, not just the Black Queens, even the Black Stars as well. But from here, all they have to do is to build on the momentum, know that they have something to play for. If anything at all, they should be able to make that semi-final spot that they last made in 2016, which will be a morale booster for them. For majority of this squad, it's a first WAFCON experience for them, so it was always going to take a bit of time to get into their mood and then gel as a team, and which is what we saw against Tanzania. And hopefully, they can capitalize on this and then progress against Algeria and advance into the semi-finals.
All right, Lawrence, before we let you go, let's look at Algeria. You've talked about a bit of what to expect, but Algeria is coming out from a group that has Nigeria, Tunisia, and Botswana. I mean, Algeria, against all odds, qualified to the quarterfinal. How do you think that game will play out? Do you think it will be an easy one for, for the Black Queens of Ghana? Because, of course, on paper, you look at the football culture in women's football, you definitely want to rate Ghana ahead of Algeria, but football these days have taught us otherwise. So what are your expectations? Should we be looking forward to Ghana in the semi-finals?
Exactly, as you mentioned, the football dynamics on this continent has changed differently. And you want to talk about the fact that even teams like Botswana are trying to come into the picture, Tanzania, they are all picking up. We've moved on from the big names dominating as usual. Against Algeria, this is a team that has not considered in the group stage of this tournament, so it's always going to be difficult. But then, with the kind of momentum that this team has picked, I thought they will go back to the drawing board, try to pick on the loopholes that this Algerian team has, and then work towards, going past their defense and hopefully 1 or 2 occasions just breach that defense, get themselves ahead, and then control things from there.
All right, I want to say a big thank you to you, Lawrence Baidoo. Congratulations to you. And we were looking forward to the very best of quarterfinal clash between Ghana and Algeria.
But before I go, what do you think about your game against Zambia?
But don't worry, the day before that day, we'll come back. We hope to have you join us so you can tell us more, because at the moment, Charlie, we're focused. We don't want to let anything distract us. We're looking at the title, Mission X.
I'll give you the room to focus, but then you'll be here when the time is up.
You can imagine. I mean, the band is not just about football, on the field, but of course, football, right here, talking sport. I must say a big thank you to you, Lawrence Baidoo, for your quality time.